Hi, this is Tim with Pet Stop of Virginia, and we've been talking about the evolution of Pet Stop of Virginia for the last 22 years, how it all started, how we've raised the industry standard in the Richmond, Virginia market to be from a service level where the fencing was just installed to a service level that now includes complete training. We listened to our customers and the struggles they were having, and that's Rio behind me. We're traveling together today. We listened to the struggles they were having, and we included complete training as a standard offering. Well, we've learned some other things about our customers, and that's important as well. The most important thing we've learned is that they love their dogs. And on the list of concerns people have when considering a dog fence, there are the top three. Number 3 is, will this destroy my yard? No. Number 2 is, does this work? Will this keep my dog in? Yes. But the number one concern our customers have is, will this hurt my dog? Will the system hurt my dog? Will you hurt my dog? Will I hurt my dog? And the answer to that is no. So we've talked about the complete training and that we offer it, but we know the what, but we haven't talked about the how. So there's a little bit of other background in this, and that is that in addition to satisfying that your two big concerns, that the fence has to work and that we don't want to hurt your dog, we also have to understand how dogs learn, okay? And that's critical because I've talked about this in my ebook, I've talked about this in some other videos, but whether it's a dog or another animal or a person is trying to learn a new skill, you have to have time and technique. So you have to have the right amount of time, but the right amount of time or all the time in the world doesn't matter if you're using the wrong technique. And a lot of times the wrong technique is because the people doing the training, and sadly there's some professional, quote unquote, dog trainers who recommend the wrong technique. But if it's the wrong technique, your dog simply will not learn this new behavior. So there's our way of doing training, which is called Gentle Steps. It is a low stress, positive reinforcement training, and it is absolutely amazing, okay? So that's juxtaposed to the punishment-based, heavy-handed training that everyone else uses. Now, there are always people who are cynics or who are watching this video who will go, well, of course you're going to say that you're the best and your training is the best and it works the best. But there's an easy litmus test for this, the test to determine whether it's a low-stress, positive reinforcement training technique or a punishment-based training technique for dog fencing. And that test is if the correction, the stimulus, the correction level, the correction is delayed until a future time, then it's a punishment-based training. So meaning for a week or two, you just walk around walking the dog on a leash and letting him hear the beep, and the correction itself is delayed for 15 days, 2 weeks, a month, whatever, then it is a punishment-based training. For our training method, we can introduce the beep and the correction the very first day, period. So when I say low stress, what I'm telling you is introducing the correction with our Pet Stop brand system using our Gentle Steps training technique works. And your dog is not beat up, your dog does not get hurt, and it is absolutely fantastic, okay? So the thing to know about punishment-based training techniques is that dogs are not logical thinkers, and punishment is a logical thought process, okay? What dogs are, and what dogs always are from the day they're born until the day they pass away, is they are conditioned responders. So here's the rule. If you're trying any kind of training with your dog, understand this rule and it will change your thought. And that is, you cannot teach a dog what not to do. So for example, if you have a dog that's jumping up on you, do not teach them to not jump up on you, teach them to sit on command. Because by teaching them to sit, you can positively reinforce that behavior and thereby eliminate the jumping up by teaching them a behavior that you can reinforce. So for the containment training, it's critical to understand that. Because if you think your dog is a logical thinker, then here's what you would think. Well, my dog is laying in the living room, and he's thinking to himself, I'm thinking about chewing up your favorite shoes. Yep. But, is it going to be worth my time? Really? Is there going to be a satisfactory ROI for this investment of my chewing? Is my owner going to appreciate all the work I've done here? No. That's a logical thought. That's not what your dog is thinking. What your dog is thinking is, I have a lot of energy, I really like to chew stuff, and your shoes smell like your stinky feet, so your stinky feet. And so I'm going to chew those shoes because that's what I do, and I like the way your feet smell. That's it. That's what it is. So, so ultimately, understanding that, our training to this fencing makes sense for the way dogs learn, and that's why they learn so quickly, and they love being in the yard. They use every inch of the yard. So that's the how. The why was because our customers weren't doing a great job with it, and they were super concerned about what they would do with the training and how they would handle it. The how is gentle steps, and that's what we do. We're the only ones that do that, and it's because of our equipment, which we'll talk about tomorrow. But you can't drive finishing nails with a sledgehammer, and likewise, you can't do gentle steps training with equipment that's not gentle, period. So ours is awesome, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. Thanks for following along. Have an absolute fantastic Friday and a great weekend. Thanks.